Hi, let's talk about the final issue of Ghostbusters Back in Town from Dark Horse Comics. This was written by David M. Boher and art by Blue Delaconte. And so this is a tie-in to Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, which didn't do so hot at the box office, but hey, I'll buy it and watch it a few times. And of course, it involves the new Ghostbusters, like Paul Rudd and all that stuff, Phoebe, stuff like that. I only know Phoebe's character name. Anyhow, I enjoyed this series. This was the last one. It tied up everything. So basically, Madame Malveaux was a seer who had real powers back in the 80s and got her powers from Vigo from Ghostbusters 2. And when the Ghostbusters defeated Vigo, suddenly she didn't have any powers and she had to resort to trickery and fraud and was locked up for several years and then eventually passed away. And now she's getting revenge on the Ghostbusters with a version of the mood slime from Ghostbusters 2. Phoebe figures this all out because she's Phoebe. This series had the same problems I have with the new Ghostbusters characters from Afterlife and Frozen Empire. Only Phoebe is the most well thought out, well written character. Everyone else is just kind of there. And Phoebe has all the answers because she's smart and you actually see her figuring this stuff out, so it's interesting. Rather than she just comes up with it and that's it. In this story, the Ghostbusters are at each other's throats because they're manipulated by the mood slime, and Phoebe figures that out as well. And she figures out a way to defeat Madame Malveaux, who's attacking Times Square at the end of this. And all the people know that the Ghostbusters are heroes and stuff. I like that. This, I'm sorry, but this story was better and tighter than Frozen Empire, I felt. And the villain had something to do with the characters, which I thought was cool. I know it's a problem with like going back to the same villains, but they're not because they weren't fighting Vigo. They're fighting an acolyte of Vigo, basically. And yeah, I thought that Back in Town would have made a better sequel than Frozen Empire. I had no idea why that Frozen villain guy was doing anything, but whatever. The art is consistent, but it's that basic sort of cartoonish art, which is funny because that's not what they used to sell it on the covers. On the covers, it's a lot more realistic and it looks a lot more like the characters in the movie. The likenesses are usually on the covers when they're facing the camera. So they had likeness rights, but they didn't have likeness rights, I guess, in the interiors, or they just chose not to do that. I am disappointed in the art, but it is what it is. I would like more Ghostbusters comics, but more like the real Ghostbusters. I don't care about these new characters. They were never well defined in the movies, and then they fell on their ass in Frozen Empire as a result. Like, who are these guys? Why is that mother? I know she's the daughter of Egon, but why is she even doing any of this? It seems like she wouldn't want to, right? Like Paul Rudd's just Paul Rudd. Phoebe's the only one that's believable, but everyone else sucks. Anyways, this story was fun. If you're a huge Ghostbusters fan, I recommend it. You're probably reading it anyways. If you're not, you can skip it. You're not going to get a lot out of it other than Phoebe's the best, which you knew already. And the art, as I say, was disappointing to me, but it might be someone's bag. I don't know. Anyways, can't really recommend this series or this comic, but if you're a super fan, it's okay. It's cool. So that's my take on it. Until next time, take care.